Thanks for jumping in. You'll have to excuse me. Still getting started for the day, for the evening. Just, yeah, I'm taking my sweet time, so bear with me. I appreciate you. We're still going live though, so there's that, you know. That's always a good thing. Streamlabs ran an update. And, you know, you should always check these things beforehand, and you don't. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes and leave y'all rocking out, and I'll be back to get us started for the Wednesday night CodeCast, code along. I worked on some JavaScript while I was, while we were apart. So simplified some of that. We got the team selector now at least selecting the right page, so that's good. Today we'll work on a few things. I've had some ideas bouncing around in my head, so we'll go over those. And but yeah, it won't be for a minute. So sit back and kind of enjoy the music. I appreciate your patience. I'll be right with you guys, with you folks, and yeah, I everything's going to heck today. No, it's not that bad. Just had Twitch gets asks you for a lot of information if they log you out. Huh. All right, I'm zooming in. I'm getting set up. You'll hear me mute. We'll have y'all listen to some music for a while. Everything's running so slow. And then we'll come back and hit it. So we'll be right back. ditch that music. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's get started. Live screen. Everything is up and running. Is everything running the way that we want it to? Relatively. Cool. Let's get started. Thanks for hanging out on this lovely... Is it Wednesday? Wednesday. I love them Wednesdays. What? Does it reset after a while? What did I just do? Oof. Okay. Yo, you wanna relax? VS Code. My computer is not having a good time right now. Alright. So we have some decisions to make this evening. What is going on here? Relative to this JavaScript, relative to what's going on the page. I'll show you the changes that I made. Y'all can judge me for them. I don't want to be in Git right now. I would rather not screw around with Git. And why is Docker running? I don't want Docker running. Hide Docker. Alright, well, whatever. That's blue now, I suppose. Seems like a lot's changed since the last time we were here. I mean, and what I mean by that is since 5 minutes ago when I worked with this code. In any case, let's go ahead and start rolling. So the changes that I made here were basically you select a slot, it highlights blue. We're going to use this to set some sort of thing. What, like some sort of like active slot in state or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know how or what we're doing. Just kind of, let's go then. And be so loud, then come on in. I'm just kind of seeing what fits. And I know that this logic works here. But I know that this is not accomplishing what we want it to accomplish currently. And that's fine. We need to work through it though. So what I think needs to happen is we need to move it out of the class. First of all, Jeepers, get it together. We'll move it out of the class first of all. Go ahead and refresh the chat too. Make sure I'm getting Facebook and stuff like that. If you're watching from Facebook, don't hesitate to check in. And actually too, I should probably have my phone on me, but I don't, but whatever. I'll put Facebook over here as well, so that I can see the Facebook fam. It's like chugging right along. And I know it's not my, oh, you know what? I can always check that too. Right? Like what memory is being used and all that good such. Oh, I can see nobody's up here right now. That's whatever. Alright. It's fine then. No pressure. Alright, so I'm going to throw this code down here because I know that it's good code. I know that this logic works. But I also know that, you know, I do want to quit. Oh, crud. Well, there she is. The queen. The princess. The general. Pulling up a Chrome browser again. Navigating back to here. Yo, this is bad news. I don't know if it's we might have to call it this evening, to be honest with you. Running quite slowly. Alright, there we go. No, we push through. We push through, we push in, we finish up. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move y'all. Because I have a tendency to move around. I'm also checking to see what y'all are seeing, just to make sure y'all are seeing something that's productive. It looks relatively productive right now, so we'll keep it that way. Okay, so like I said, this works. I think what we'll do here is I have some ideas. So my bigger ideas about this is we want this team builder anyway to be dynamic. We'll search the Pokemon, but we'll also independent of that, right? We'll select a slot, and then we'll search the Pokemon name, and independent of that as well, we will we'll be able to change the region too. So basically, what you'll receive when you get the move list of initially is you will receive what just the raw Pokemon move list, and then you'll be able to narrow it down by region. I'm just gonna throw this word in front so we have something to go off of. Now this is not, or should not, or it should be doing something. Yeah, cool. So script 137, where is that at? Okay, great. So what is it complaining about? 63. Oh, so this was what I was trying to do here. I was trying to intake the list and then call the get regional move list function. For whatever reason, it wasn't having it. I don't know. Feedback there. But then I started thinking about it and decided that I wanted region to be dynamic anyway. So now everything should be relatively back to working, right? Right. Perfect. I'm gonna add. We need to work specifically with JavaScript today. I need to not shy away. All right, I'm adjusting. I'm gonna set Stitch off the stool. Say hi to Aria. Let me see you. Hey, Ari. And I'm gonna pull around. All right. So what do we want? Right now, what I want to do is I want to be able to start filling this box up with the information that we need for each of the tiles. So that's going to take some manipulating of the HTML, and then in each of these boxes we have to replicate our information. Yeah, let's just start. So let's start by saying what we want. A H2. Is it a H2? What do we have? We only have an H1. Does it need to be an H2? I guess not. So this is when we get into semantics, right? Like, what do I want this to be? What is it specifically? It is just kind of a div, but like, is it an article? Is it semantically anything different than than what I'm thinking. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave everything in the div, not worry about that. And I'm going to use, it's not a P tag though. It's another navigational tab. I'm going to put H2s on them. We'll start with, ooh, I don't want to start with the Pokemon name actually. I want to start with the picture tag. So let's actually pull this up. So I'm gonna, on a separate screen too, pull up some information that a colleague sent the other day. I thought it was helpful. I'm going to share it with you as well. Thank you for those of you that have joined. See, one person dropped in. If you're on Facebook and you're chatting, I'm not sure I can see you. I'm refreshing actively to try to see you. Good lord. Never mind. We're not going to Slack. Evidently. What is running so much in the background that is just killing our performance right now? With a good computer. Yes. Alright. Boop. I got booped. I don't know what it was from though. Let's do this. Thank you. And move this over here. Now y'all can't see it anymore. And yes, I have it. Awesome. Looks like we haven't gotten anything. Oh yeah, thank you. Was that the operation that was clogging up our entire process? It was. Alright, Slack is taking too long. I guess I will post that link afterward. We'll pull up MDN docs for it instead. MDN picture tag. So this was the dope media tag that we talked about earlier on in the stream when we had our initial layout. We talked a little bit about the picture element. I have a bad habit of saying tag. I promise I'll correct that habit over the course of the stream. So the picture element is it's kind of like a, what would you call it? A responsive media tag element, excuse me. All right. So we'll start with that first. We'll throw a picture in here. We'll close the picture. Don't know why I didn't do that automatically. Come on now. Get with the program over here. Alright, source. I kind of want to just put this in an image. We'll work on the, well, for right now we'll just put this in here. Do I want to do that way? How do we have this set up here? Do we have it set up here? Probably not anymore. Put in our push to page. I think our push to page function is relatively empty now, right? Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back then to this. Let's just call this Poke image. I'm not gonna call this what I initially thought I was going to call it for reasons. So I'm just going to give it an ID tag now. I'm going to give it a source and an alt tag. No, dude, solid, bro. I'm glad you're here. I'm chilling. I was late. you have not missed a damn thing. So I am going to just put an image here. I tell you that I will not put what do I put? God, this is just that we have some complications coming up that I haven't foreseen. It's just getting out of hand, but that's okay. We'll work on it. It's fine. So check it out. We'll work here on our push to page function. We are already console logging the Pokemon object in the push to page function, and we have it here, so that's perfect actually. What I'll do now is I'll do this. Watch. We'll say document dot get element by ID. I'm just going to call the one that we just created. I'm going to hope that this works because this is just a test, and we have to repeat this for each of these boxes, which is the challenge. So Poke image. Now we need to dynamically add both an alt tag and a source tag. Document element by ID. I'm going to actually create a variable with this const image. I'm going to call this the sprite cell. Just for now, it should be fine. Poke image, okay. And then what? Sprite cell dot source. Is that right? I think that's right, but I'm gonna check my document. How to dynamically set source and alt JavaScript. I'm gonna check because I'm pretty sure that's right. But I can't remember. Yeah, there we go. You do this by, yep, that's doing that. Cool. Sprite cell dot source equal to Pokemon object dot dot what? Dot. Have we not done the level? We didn't do this right. We have this in here, right? This is the thing. Okay, cool. Just checking. And then a setter. Set the sprite. Return. Oh, the setter needs to intake. It needs to intake what? What do I want to call this? I'm just going to call it value. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Return. Before I go any further, the underscore prior to the thing is so that there's something about the way the JavaScript compiles that confuses the what's it called? It's not truly compiling, but whatever. The way that the browser processes it is it gets confused if you don't throw that underscore in front of it when you're doing this specific with the thises and all that. So that's just to avoid the confusion there between certain variables, but I think that's good. So let's get back down here. We were in the push to page function. So Pokemon.object, Pokemon sprite, right? I think should work. Hey! Are we good or what, y'all? That might even be a really nice size for what we're looking for. What? Alt equals image of and then when we hover, we should see, or what? We can come here. Yep. If you saw that, there's the alt tag there. So we have image of Venusaur. I kind of like that. I like the size of the sprite, actually, a whole lot. I think underneath that is where we'll put the Pokemon name, right? But let's go ahead and get the rest of this going the way that we like it. So, because obviously this is not going to work the way that we want it to. We need to move some things around. I wonder if we should start moving those things around now, or should we finish the push to page logic? Because this push to page is ultimately going to be like kind of a push to sell function, right? And so what do I mean by that? I mean, what do I mean by that? I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, oh man, my brain does that a lot where I just like fart in the middle of a thought and that's it. Okay, so what I mean by that is this. I mean, we are going to build this around the premise that you select a slot, right, that you want to put your Pokemon in, default of course being slot 1. When you select the slot, when you have the slot selected, you then type a Pokemon name. Or should we have the region to be set first? I think the region should be the first thing that gets set. Maybe we should think about that now. Because there's a few ways to set like keys. So I'm wondering if we should maybe think about that now. No, that's something that I kind of want to research before we hit it. So this is where I'm at. I'm thinking. I know I'm thinking out loud. That's kind of the point of this program specifically. I don't prepare for this. It's just part of. I don't know why I have these on. Actually, it's just part of the process. Anyway, so what I think is we should set region, right? No. Hear me out, dude. Okay, so I'm having a hard time with this. Do we want to be able to change the region after the Pokemon's been selected? Riddle me this. Do we want to be able to change the region after the Pokemon's been selected? The first thing we need to do is select the slot, because when we switch back to the slot, it should switch back to what that slot is set to, like whatever Pokemon in the level, or whatever Pokemon. In the level selector, should it be in the Pokemon itself, I think, right? Oh, no. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We can make the Pokemon search function like that on change function fire off for the moves for regions. Yeah. We can make that fire off from anywhere on the page. Whether you change the level or the name of the Pokemon, it'll just have to be set to the name of the Pokemon when we switch back to a specific slot. I'm having a hard time thinking about this, y'all. All right. Let's make some decisions. I want to be able to change the region after. I want this to show in these boxes if there's a Pokemon already in that cell. So for instance, if I switch back to slot 1, I should see Venusaur in this box right now. That's not how you spell Venusaur. Future goals, I want this to be a type ahead so that we don't have to guess on spelling of Pokemon. Is this bigger than I'm making it? I don't know. This is interesting though. This is getting interesting. Okay, so what I think is we'll just make one big function that controls this box. What do I mean by that? I mean, it will detect state changes in the name, slot, region, or level box. I think that's the only way that we can do it. So let's start working on this. This. Move this here. And so choose region. I'm going to say choose series. Region is not specific enough. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because, so like you have, of course, your remix and things like that. If you say choose region, it confuses the end user. Because they'll get obviously like a more limited move pool from Pokemon Red and Blue than they would from like Fire Red, Leaf Green. So we're gonna say choose series, And it is also going to be a select, so I'm just going to copy this. And it's 8:45 right now, so give me just a moment. I'm going to actually take a short break and put the kids to bed. Just give me a second. So choose series. Yeah, and so I'll go over these when we come back. Because what these are going to do, I think, is going to... they will match. Yeah, they'll match the Poke API region keys. Yeah, that sounds great. They'll match the Poke API region keys so in the values, so we don't have to guess. But of course, the different slots, the different names will be like this. Red, blue. I'm just gonna call it red, blue. Yellow has a totally different moveset, and so bear with me. I'll be right back. Pausing for just a moment. I'll keep the code on the page, and yeah, be right back. Okay, so actually right now I'll just keep the one option for red, blue. We don't need another option at this moment because, we're not doing any regions, any different regions at this moment, but we will of course extend it to include the other regions or the other series. Awesome. Doing just what we want. So you select the slot. You choose the Pokemon name. Right? Yeah, that's perfect. Because really that's all we need. Right? That's all we need to get data onto the page is the Pokemon's name. If you think about it. And then from there, we can choose the series. And then from there, we can set the level. And then once that's all set, it's, is it good to go? Yeah, it's good to go, right? So then we have that Pokemon object set in state. See, my thing is, though, is like, when I toggle back and forth between the boxes, are they going to stay? They should. But that's, I'm not sure. We still have to dink around too with the thing that gets them there. So, and then we'll do what? A label. Not a label. Label for level input. And I'll say Pokemon level. What did we do with this last time? We chose a input type equal number max equal 100. I'm just gonna set a max. I'm not even sure that that's right. Because, well, I'm gonna set a min too. I'll set the min and the max. And the reason, initially I wasn't going to go what? Because we track level too in the Pokemon's state, right? Yeah. Between 1 and 99. Because when they're in the newer games, when they're babies, they can go down to level. Level, whatever. Input type number. ID equal level input name equal level input closer on it. We'll put a max on it. Max of 99. Let's see. The tag HTML element reference input types input type number. Value ID max. What does it look like when you set it? Step. Where's min max? Min max. Okay, it's got to be in. That's all I wanted to know. I'm happy with it. It makes me happy. It needs to be, of course, styled a little bit more appropriately, but currently I like the way that it's going. We'll keep moving. Keep her moving. Okay. So, what we'll do next is we will get these all into one box, okay? We'll finish one box and then we'll start duplicating our logic. And the way that we'll duplicate our logic is instead of giving these slots, how do we want to go about this? Because we're going to have 6 identical boxes. I guess we'll just go off of like match the ID number to something that's in the inside. But we'll figure it out as we go. I'm not too worried about it at the moment. What I do want to worry about at this moment, though, is setting these up as flex objects, I guess, so that they appear correctly. Because I do honestly like the way that it's left. Is anyone opposed to that left justification? We got 3 viewers right now. I'm more than happy to take feedback and criticism here, or just style questions, feedback. We can also move any of the Pokemon over to the right side of this bubble, and so my idea right now is just picture, name, moves. Easy, right? We could do, of course, moves, name, picture, or name, picture, moves. I think, though, that if we do it this way, Pokenama. And then the move list, which is ultimately going to be an unordered list with 5 dynamically created list items. So the way that you would usually put list items in here is you would put LIs, right? We're not going to do that because we're going to create the list, the LIs dynamically when the moves come in, and we're only going to create enough. We're only going to create as many as we need, basically, as many list items as we need within the unordered list. So, let's see. Pokename. I'm going to keep with the naming convention. Poke move list, like that. It's going to be a move list once it gets onto the page because it doesn't matter the region or whatever, it's always going to be a move list. You know what we could do too? On hover. Changes color. It's not going to make a difference when we're in the stream, but it's going to kind of be a nice thing. But we could do shiny Pokemon, right? Shiny sprite on hover. I like it. Alright. Let's get some more stuff in this cell. Const name cell. I'm just going to call everything a cell. What's the move cell, right? This one's the kind of the complicated one. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. So let's say what? Name cell dot inner text. Would inner text or inner HTML be more appropriate? I'm not sure. Let's find out later. I like how it updates all slow, so it'll try to like chunk the entire object in there. That's freaking hilarious. Alright, so obviously that needs to be styled, but it's coming along well. Let's see. Move cell dot append child. And actually we're going to do this one. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do, right now we're just gonna be like the first 5 moves. Actually, now is where we need to start, well, no, let's just get the move list in there. Let's get the first 5 moves. We only need the first 5 moves. First 5 moves based on level? No. Just the first 5 moves. Alright. We need to do a loop. For I is for let I equal 0. We're starting at a 0 index. I is less than four, because we only want to go to the index of 4. I++. This is an iterator. This is basically saying I want you to go through the thing that I'm going to feed into this 5 times and give me the answer 5 times. And then what? Then I will how is this move list coming in? Let's first of all look at this. I don't know how the move list is coming in, so I want to be sure first. So here's the move list. We have this array. What's coming in with the array? A move name. And it's not sorted, and that's okay. So basically we go move name. We say Pokemon object dot move dot name, and then we go to the index that we want to be at. So we should do this. We should say move for each up to 4 for each move cell dot append child. We're going to do this each time. Append child dot equal to what? Li? Is that even how append child works? That's not how append child works. I'm gonna laugh if it works, but that's not how append child works. It's this. I don't know what I'm doing. Append child. What kind? Can I do this? Or does it have to be in? I think it's got to be here. Like this. If that doesn't work, then what I'll do is I'll look up the syntax. Alright, append child. Still on MDN. Rely heavily on MDN. Adds a node. Do I need to put it in single quotes? Document.create element block. Append child. I don't think I'm doing this right. Let's see. Create a p tag and then append that p tag. I see. Okay, so what we'll do then is this. We'll say const oh, look, we can just do that here. Document.create element. What am I doing? Okay, we can do that. We can do move cell. Const. Let's do this. Move list. And then move cell equal. Equals what? Equals document.append child. Excuse me. No. Well, it would help if I spelled document dot create element. We'll now create an li. An li, a list item. Golly. Sit up straight. Refocus it. Okay. And now we'll come in here and append those. Move list dot append child. What? The move cell. Dot inner HTML equal to Pokemon object dot move list dot name, right? Move list dot move dot name, and then go to the specific index, which here is going to be set dynamically each time. That's how you search an index. Fingers crossed that it works. That's a lot of code. It's not really a lot of code. Yeah, okay. So it's already failing. What's it failing with? Push to page 132. Where is that? It's what we just wrote. Alright, quick pause. I'm going to go say goodnight to the second. Be right back. Actually the first, not the second, but whatever. Alright, let's look. So it's calling out what we just wrote. And why? Why is it calling it out? Cannot read property name of undefined. Is it because we need to go here? Yep. We need to search the index there instead, I believe. It's not complaining, and it's actually putting something on the page. So we know something good is happening. Let's see what it is. We only got one list item. So something strange happened. Why did it only put one item in the move list? No. So what, is that just the first move and then it's done? Is that the first item in my It's not even the first item in my array. So how come? Oh, because it's just appending the last one over and over and over and over again. It's appending each one, y'all. But it's appending it, it's repeating each time. Append child. And then, so we're doing it, and then we're setting. No, we're doing it and setting it at the same time. Chunk. And what I want it to do is I want it to loop, get the move, push it to the screen. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Alright, I'm going to look this up. And the way that I'm going to word this is how to push an array to an HTML list. Alright, let's see. We already have the okay. So here it is. So we have to do it one at a time, it looks like. So let's take this apart. What do we want to do? We want to first I really don't want to already have that. Get element ID. Okay, so we have that. I'm grabbing this. I'm coming down here. Alright. For it's not array, thank you. It's actually just I is that, simply. We only want to go up to 5. And so our JavaScript arrays are 0 indexed. You start at 0 and count up 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. Alright, we'll create the list item. We will set its context, move cell dot append child, document dot create text node. I've never heard of this. I'm excited. Name. Okay. So that's the right thing that we're going to. We set its context. Now we add it to the list. We're appending another child, the move cell, to the move list. That makes sense. Makes sense to everybody else? I think it makes sense to me. Is that working the way that it's supposed to? Bam! It worked. Cool. I'm happy. Happy with that. That looks pretty, y'all. Should we caps all of the move name? I think so. I can't remember how the JavaScript to capitalize. It doesn't know that. It might not do it because it doesn't know that it's a string, right? It's not two uppercases. Is it? Two uppercases just for the first letter, isn't it? Nope. Let's find out. Making it work a little bit, I think. No. It says no. Do we have to know document that can create text? No. I wonder if that works. Yeah, it does. What do we think of that? Obviously it needs to move up. So we have our information overspilling our container right now. Right? But that's okay. Actually. I wonder if oh, we put everything in this picture element. What are we doing? What am I doing? We. You have a mouse in your pocket? Alrighty. Now it should be even better. Maybe now it doesn't overflow the container. It cannot set inner text of null. Calm down now, Love Muffin. I'm pretty sure you just haven't refreshed. Thank you. Alrighty. Now this information is definitely overspilling our generic container. So what I'm wondering now is if we switch these to like articles, for instance. Like, does article have better like content retention over this information? No, it doesn't. We still have to find a way to get this content to fit that box. It's 9:23 right now. We're definitely not going to do it on this stream. But I'm happy with the way that we've come. So, like, the next thing is now we want to, we have to sort the move list, right, by level. Honestly, I think I want to do that. That should be done already. So I'll work on getting that up on the code on the GitHub. I did push the GitHub out there, and I'm making active changes to the repo. If you're following along, don't hesitate to pull that down from GitHub. I'll drop the link on the Twitch and YouTube information links as well. What we'll do next time when we come back is we'll work on getting these this picker to like save information basically. I want it to be able to like save this in slot 1 and then move to slot 2, move to slot 3, and so on and so on and so on. But that'll be for next time. So thanks for hanging out, y'all. I'm stoked that y'all chose to spend your evening here learning with me. I hope that this was beneficial for you. I know that it wasn't too like tech intensive today, but hopefully next time I can get something a little bit more intensive planned and squared away for you all, and then we're pretty close. We're pretty close to completion. The next thing we'll do is like be able to pick each different slot, set those with the Pokemon, and then change information from there. But we'll catch you next time. What is it? Wednesday. So I believe Thursday we have something at like 7 tomorrow. I think Mountain. Anyway, yeah, check Twitch for the schedule. It's up to date. And again, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you next time.